YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Duke, back here from Sportsgamerz.com, and in today's Madden 23 tip video, I'm about to break down, bar none, the best base defense, the best blitz in the game. It stops the run, stops the pass, it gets insane pressure, only rushing 3 or 4 players, the coverage is locked down. This is something that is becoming very popular amongst pros, and I want to share it to you guys in this video. So, I'm running the 4-6 playbook on defense. I think the 4-6 playbook has everything you possibly need. We're going to be looking at dollar. So, when you're running this defense, dollar, you can sub in safeties at linebacker. I actually do recommend doing that if you're playing mud especially. It's just going to give you better coverage, more speed out there. And also, the biggest thing I would say is make sure you have 2 fast DNs, especially on the left of the screen. So, we're going to look at the play and cover 2-man linebacker blitz. So, your coaching adjustments are simple. I keep auto flip off with this specific defense and auto alignment on default. So let's take a look at how this works. And I do want to remind you guys that if you enjoy my free YouTube content, I do Madden 23 tip videos on a daily basis, gameplays, tips, news. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop me a like on this video. If we get to 400 likes in this video, I'll post another great dollar defense. And let's get into it. Oh, also, comments. Any sort of comment on this video will help out a lot. Now, I know Parsons' X Factor is activated. That has nothing to do with this, though, so don't even pay attention to that. I do want to go over the types of abilities that are really good with this defense before I show you how it works. I would say make sure you have as many 0 AP pick artists as you possibly can. They're going to help out a lot this year. Stop all the aggressive catch metas, all the one-on-one catches a lot of people do. Pick artist is really, really good. Past that, I don't really use D-line abilities anymore unless they're 0 AP. I just load out on man knockouts, and I still do like the inside shades. There's actually a glitch that you guys can use to get some crazy ability combinations. I actually posted that in my newly released 4-6 defensive playbook guide. It has actually a very advanced dollar defense. This is just like 5% of what I posted in the guide. This is a little sample. The rest of the guide is available for VIP members. You actually get every guide on the site, 4 to 6 premium tips a week, and much more as a VIP member. And the link to sign up is in the description and the comments. Make sure to check that out. But past that, what I do on this play is I press my coverage, step 1. Step 2, I shift my linebackers to the left, and I QB contain them. So when I QB contain them, that's just R1R1 or RBRB. You need to make sure that this defensive lineman is actually rushing, and the linebacker, or if you sub the safety in the game here, could be a safety, he's on the contain and not the DN. So you might need to just move him up a hair. That's normally what I do, is just move him kind of towards the line of scrimmage a little bit to make sure he's on the contain. And the last thing I do is I shade my coverage underneath. You hit coverage audible and then down on the right analog stick. So you're going to notice that when you shade your coverage underneath this year, you get really crazy coverage, especially if you have good man-to-man corners with good press, with good speed. They're going to stick like glue to a lot of the meta routes. But this is actually just a super crazy blitz, as you guys are going to see here. When I run this, I either control the deep safety or this linebacker. I'm just going to click on the D tackle so you guys can see how this works, so I can just get out of the play. Take a look at this. Take a look at Parsons. Completely untouched, the defensive end glitches in. For my free YouTube content, I highly recommend checking out Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium content for Madden 23. I have offensive and defensive eBooks, schemes, plus I do 4 to 6 premium tips every week in the Madden Vault to keep you guys ahead of the game. Our best offer yet is the Sportsgamerz Madden VIP membership. This is the best Madden membership anywhere on the net, the best content at the best price. You get access to the entire site for only $24.99. This means all of our ebooks, all of our Madden Vault tips, plus you even get access to our meta reports and our exclusive VIP members only community. I also do one-on-one coaching as well for you guys that are interested in that. See you at Sportsgamerz.com. If you're serious about winning more games, I will post a link in the description as well as in the comments. Now, there's a way you can even do this rushing 3 players, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. Take a look at how effective this blitz is, though. So what ends up happening is this contain on the left of the screen, if you guys see here, just pay attention to the tackle. It just dumbs the O-line out. And it basically makes the O-line think that they have to get to contain, and then just let the DN run right by. The running back, he's actually staying in for a second. He dumbs out, And then, we just end up with the quick sack. No one is even remotely open. As you guys can see, you cannot quick pass the seams or the wheels because of the shaded underneath. And then the crossing route is pretty much locked down too with the press shade underneath. Very, very good coverage. Safety's over the top, so you won't give up a big play. So again, we press our coverage, and this time we're going to rush 3. It's still going to work. We press our coverage, shift our linebackers left, we QB contain, and when we do that, we just make sure that we move this guy up on the line of scrimmage a bit so he's on the contain. Now, the way you could only rush 3 is you could drop this player back into a zone. You could bluff blitz him, spy him, vert hook him, whatever you want to do. And this is still going to work, rushing 3 people. Now, I will caution you, if you rush 3, you're not going to get any push up the middle. So someone with really, really good pocket presence, if they knew how to, slow this blitz down, which this is a hard blitz to block, but yes, obviously rushing 3 or 4, you could use extra protection, advanced protection to at least slow it down. If you were to do that and step up in the pocket, if the D tackle's not rushing, they might be able to get some extra time. But as you guys can see here, if you drop back at all in this blitz, you're getting sacked as soon as you're into like a 1 or 2 step drop. So it's so good against, especially I would say, this is what I use against shotgun formations the most because I don't really have to worry about a strong run game. Now, I know I said this did stop the run, and it definitely does, especially when you control safety. You can just honestly get on the safety, and if they run the ball at $1, you can gap shoot very, very easily. That's another reason why I like to be on the safety a lot when running this blitz. Now, I do want to show it against a few other formations. This is not just for a bunch. This is against anything. So if you guys look at, say, like someone trying to run corner routes on you, you'll notice that the shade underneath really does a nice job of stopping this, especially if you combine the shade underneath with, like here, if I was to go ahead and press my coverage, shift my linebackers to the left, and do my QB contain, right? Now, if I knew that they were running a corner route, for instance, I could obviously just individually shade the coverage on my tight end. So here to do that, I hit X, or because that's Johnson, and then I hit to the right, and he's going to shade outside on that corner route. Now, again, I could get on, say, the guy guarding the running back, so if the running back went out on a route, I could go ahead and guard it myself, or I could just get on the safety again. Doesn't really matter. It's whatever you feel most comfortable with. Guys, I want to focus on how good this coverage locks up the corner route. Another thing about this is if you do think they are passing and running play action, go ahead pass commit. That will help, but only do that if you know they're passing, because if they do run the ball, you'll be in trouble this year with the pass commit. But look at how well this locks it up. I tried to roll out and just throw the corner out, but because we shaded underneath and then did an individual outside shade, there was just no way we could get rid of that ball. There's just no way. Take a look at the replay here, and it was completely boxed up. No separation at all. Now, like I said, I have an advanced version of this dollar defense in my 4-6 defensive guide. It's not just man coverage. It's not just this one setup. This defense is way more advanced than that. A lot of people just don't have any idea. Trust me, guys, you're going to want to check it out. You can already see how dominant this one setup is. The coverage is crazy. The blitz is great. I mean, it's everything you need to lock down. Now, again, I recommend shading your coverage underneath. And then also you could, if they're just hitting you with a lot of outside routes, shade outside too. Get on the safety or the guy guarding the running back. Guys, the other thing is I like to get on the guy guarding the running back if they block him. Like, if they're going to block him, I definitely would just get on that guy. But if I'm not sure if they're going to block him or not, I probably would just control somebody else. That's just my opinion upon it. But you can definitely use the guy guarding the running back as kind of like a wild card defender. And I'm trying to get away from this blitz. As you guys can see here, I just can't. Parsons is coming around the edge so fast that I'm just not able to get away from him. I literally tried to, as soon as I got the ball, I just literally tried to just run away. Run to the right. Because I can see immediately, you see, if we zoom in on Parsons, we can immediately see, as soon as the ball snapped, he is coming around that corner. The tackle is stepping up and not even trying to put his hands on him. He's looking at Barr on the rush from the edge. And that just lets Parsons run around the O-line, which is, again, why you want a really fast player here. I would recommend a Lawrence Taylor, probably, if you're in Mutt. He's very fast. He does a great job. But anyways, as you see, I literally try to run away from him. Then I try to stop him in the pocket. I cannot get away from this. This is either 3 or 4 people rushing. This is just an absolutely insane defense. Like I said, a lot of the pros are running it right now because it has such great coverage, as you guys can see. Stops a lot of the meta. You've seen it stops the corners. It stops the wheels.